Hey guys, Black Ninja 797 here, and thank you guys for 2,300 subscribers. And that's not a small number by any means. That's incredibly huge. It's just so crazy to me how that we just hit the number so fast. I mean, like guys, literally May of 2020, I only had 300 subscribers and I was stuck there for a while, and it sometimes hits more than it does on some other days, and this is one of those days, and I just can't comprehend sometimes how many of you guys subscribe to the channel and how many of you guys subscribe so fast. I look at my analytics and stats. I'm not a big stat guy or anything, but when I see that there's 100 plus one of you guys, like around like 150 or so, subscribing monthly, that's just insane to me. And I know that a lot of people like to compare numbers and be like, "Oh, well, you're not this or you're not that." Just that's BS. And, you got to have your own standard. For me, that's just freaking incredible. So I just want to say thank you. And to all my new viewers, I just want to say welcome to the channel. You will not be disappointed. You guys are going to have a great time here. I can promise you that, very much so. But yeah, guys, I just want to say thank you guys once again for just 2,300 subscribers. That is unforgettable. I will never a day in my life go without saying thank you guys for all the support that you guys have given me. And even if this was a temporary ride, and even if this did end, I would never do anything differently. I would do this every single time, and I wouldn't regret it. This has been an amazing journey, and there's been ups and downs. There's never been a perfect journey, even throughout this whole entire time with the whole YouTube channel growing. There is still some videos that don't end up doing well. There's some that do piss poor, actually, but that's okay. It's completely okay because I'm just trying to find a niche, and I'm trying to find something that works, and I have. And I want to keep expanding upon that niche because it's always ever changing. I need to, be able to grow. I can't just stay stagnant, because that's one of the worst things you can do on YouTube is just become content with where you are. And you always want to try to improve your game, and some things are going to work and some things are not. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't realize that. Some people are fearful of that, and that's still something that very much to this day can still show up even for me, even though for how fast I'm growing. And I just want to say this to anybody that's ever wanted to start a YouTube channel, to anyone that's ever wanted to achieve a certain dream at all, is that the thing is that you guys have to understand this, is that the one thing that finally made the breakthrough for me is that I just decided that I wasn't going to deal with what I had for my standard anymore. At the end of the day, really, hell, your respect, especially for yourself, just goes up just astronomically when you just decide that enough's enough. And it's not this Disney frou-frou crap. I mean, I mean it. I really, really do mean it. It's just you literally tell yourself, and it's not even necessarily about telling, everyone in life. You don't necessarily have to put yourself in an obligation saying like, okay, I'm going to tell all these people so that way they hold me to my end of my promise, and then they can remind me of what I'm doing. No, you got to remind yourself. You got to tell yourself every single goddamn day that this is why you want this. A lot of times people just forget their reasons why, and like, I've had so many great mentors in the last year. I've been doing my own self-research, and I've found, luckily, these incredible people that just inspire me to do better. And most notably, it's Tony Robbins. I mean, hell, you guys aren't seeing it because it would look blurry, but I have him actually as my background wallpaper. You might have seen it before on streams. But yeah, like people like Tony Robbins is an example of just someone that I look up to, and makes me strive to do better every single day. And even though, like I said, life's not going to be perfect. In fact, it's actually kind of like unfair to yourself to try to be perfect. You want to be outstanding. You want to make every day better than it was yesterday. And every single person's going to have a different word or a different action or a different idea that's going to inspire them to do well. And that's okay. That's completely fine. Some of you may have not found the luckiness or the aspiration to do something yet, or you're still looking, and that's fine. And you might be also having it right now, and you may be worried that it might go away. But I can tell you this, my friends, is that it will go away, but you can always get it right back. It's just that you have to choose to get it back. Because life's not fair. Life's not going to give you something. You have to make something. You have to make it yours. You are the thing that you seek out. And a lot of people don't realize that. And even though I'm only 21 years old, I've been very enlightened by the people that have gone through some of the craziest things I can't even fathom, and been able to teach me how to not only get past any of those potential struggles that we may share, but just aspire to do greater and better things. And there's some things that I am very proud of the fact that I have done, and I will say that forever till the day I die. And I want to allow everyone else to do that better. So even though this might not necessarily sound like a thank you video and sounds kind of more like a speech, that's once again completely fine. In fact, I want to do that because I want to leave you guys with something with this YouTube channel. Whether or not that you guys are here for a long time or a short time, or you guys only just click this one video once, is that know this, is that I will bust my ass every single day for you guys. And I will bust my ass even for myself, because I want to do this every single day the rest of my life until I die, which is playing video games, making YouTube videos, making friends, and just having a great time. I loved every single one of these games that we have played over the last several months. I have loved every single one of these moments and videos that we've created, and it's only going to be getting better. You know, a lot of people would think that, like, oh, the grind eventually, like, it's going to have to stop eventually, right? Or what happens if you fail, or what happens if you fall behind? And realistically, I've come to the conclusion in my head, because I do pace back and forth a lot with this idea, is I do think to myself, and most recently too as well, because you know, one of the things that is kind of a little bit of a bummer is that I do eventually have to, quite soon actually, get a real job again. Now, for the last like year and a half or so, for my particular state, I have been on unemployment, and I'm not doing that to be lazy, and I'm not trying to do that to try to like gain a system. It's for personal reasons, and that this is unfortunately the one thing I really can't discuss too particular, because it's like legal mumbo jumbo and also very personable. But I'll just tell you, this is that for the right reasons, I've been on unemployment for the last year and a half, and now soon, quite soon actually, I will have to get a normal, probably 9 to 5, or at least just a normal job that you would expect, at least for a while again, until the YouTube thing breaks through. Or at least that is until the Delta variant of this thing potentially sets the world back. Who knows? It's really just a coin toss. Let's hope that second alternative doesn't happen. Anyway, so yeah, even though I will be trying to get a job again, I've been thinking into my head and a little bit about myself, being like, is this the end? And I always remind myself is that I got to remind myself of the saying that I got from Tony that I use now for my own, that I want to give to you guys, that this is only the beginning. This is not the end. Not even by a long shot. I will still make videos every single day. I will still entertain you guys every single day. I will end up hanging out with you guys and making memories with you guys every single day. It's not going to stop. I don't care if I'm sick. I don't care if I had the worst day of my whole entire life. And I don't even care if I think that this is going to end. I'm going to make every single video, every single live stream, every single encounter that you guys have with me something that you will never forget. That is a promise, I swear to God, on my life. And I am just looking forward to being able to just cherish these memories with you guys. So guys, regardless if I'm going back to work soon, regardless that I'm back in school, and regardless if I end up having a setback or two along the way, maybe even a potentially significant one, but hell, I have been through worse. This YouTube plaque right here, this one that you see on my dresser, I earned that. I didn't earn it from YouTube. I gave it to myself. I gave myself permission to end up getting that reward, because a lot of people are so hard on themselves, and they belittle themselves, and they aspire to be perfect. And perfect, I've come to really dislike that word, because it's something that just doesn't exist. Outstanding is what I want to be. Because if you really think about it, you're not perfect if you're actually perfect. If you don't have a margin of error, if you don't have a setback or two in life, you're not relatable. You're not genuine. You can't relate to the people's struggles. And so therefore, essentially, since you can't relate, you're not perfect. Outstanding. The people that have gone through rough times and come back from them, those are what I aspire to be. And I just can't end up imagining my life going any other way at this point. As much as I've had my struggles, as much as I've had my grief, as much as I've had my own personal downs, I will never end up changing the way that things have been going for me. I would never end up undoing it. And I mean that sincerely from the bottom of my heart, because things have worked out so well for me, I would hate to end up seeing the alternative. This has gone so great, and I can only imagine it gets better from here. So this plaque, guys, this plaque right here that you see back here on the dresser, we earned this. And this is going to be continuing to be a thing for years to come. I promise you that. when we end up hitting 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, 500,000, 1 million, I will be there every single day, entertain you guys, and being just my fun, goofy, dick joke saying self, and let's have a lot of fun. So guys, there's a couple of things that I want to propose before we end this video after my giant monologue, is I will just tell you this. First of all, number one, I just want to say, if you guys want to financially support the channel, you can always check out my Patreon down below or use my supporter creator code BlackNinja797, all caps in the Fortnite Epic Games item shops. Not trying to make this an ad, I promise, I'm just mentioning it, because it allows me to be able to continue what I'm doing. It will help me be able to make more videos like this, so that way I don't have to necessarily do a retail job. So I just want to mention that as well. The next thing I also want to mention is that, guys, I'm going to be probably posting a Q&A to you guys, or in this case, another one of those polls that I had in my YouTube community tab. I did one about like a half a year ago, 4 months ago, I'd say, and it went quite well. It's roughly about like 5 questions, and I want to do another one of those again, kind of like an updated one, because things are ever changing. I'm thinking about probably having it around being like 10 questions or so. So all I ask is that if you guys have the time and you just have the ability to just quickly read through all those questions, for the sake of me allow me to help me help you by making better videos, and just click what's your favorite options. And I want to be able to play it by ear. I just want to go from there and just see what types of videos that we can make, so that way we can end up getting better and better every single day. And then also the last thing is that if you guys happen to know anybody at all that you think would like the content, just please recommend the channel. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, because when you end up supporting the channel, YouTube will promote it, and therefore it still does the exact same thing, just via the online ways. So regardless if you guys share it, when you like it, YouTube's going to notice the likes, and they'll recommend my channel and even this potential video, which would be cool if you're new here and this was in your recommended. Hi, what's up? But yeah, if you end up liking the video, it helps out a lot because it promotes it to YouTube, which means that I can run into more of you guys, which has been working so far. So shout out to you guys for doing what you're doing. And if you guys also want to make it even better, please end up showing my videos to a friend, maybe family, maybe coworkers, or hell, even your friendly local neighborhood hobo. Who knows? Word of mouth always is the best way to do it, and so is the internet, so you never know. But yeah, guys, just want to say this before we wrap things up, is that once again, I just want to say thank you guys for 2,300 subscribers. From that 300 number back in May of 2020, we've gained 2,000, which is just nuts. And even though those first 300 were great, I've enjoyed this second journey. It's almost like a sequel. It's a second journey reboot where, you know, where we go from 300 to 2,300 in the span of just a little over a year. It's just nuts. And I appreciate every single one of you, even the original 300. In fact, I appreciate the original 300 because you guys stuck with me for so long. My subscriber count for a while was stuck at 300 for the longest time. In fact, it was like 3 or 4 years. So you might not see a lot of growth for a while, guys. You just have to just relentlessly keep pushing through it and having faith. And until it happens, you're probably going to be skeptical, and that's completely understandable. Just don't let that skepticism rule your life. Let that be a muted voice in the back of your head, and let your faith and let your aspirations and your sheer willpower and confidence and your pureness of yourself take the lead, and tell it to get the fuck behind you, and you take the lead and say move, because that's what you want to do in life. So even though this video has been about like 15 minutes, just wanted to say what's on my mind per usual. And I'm just going to be taking it easy today with this video. And by easy, I mean just like basically just resting, because I did get the second vaccine. So I want to make sure that I'm not stressing myself out about a particular video. So I wanted to do this video just in a different order than I was going to regularly. So don't worry, I'm not doing this as an easy way out or anything for a video. But yeah, if you've also watched this whole entire video through the way through, because I know some people might have tuned out by now, I just want to say thank you. But yeah, guys, I thank you just from the bottom of my heart. I'm looking forward to making a video. And I could try to make this video like an hour long, and I still probably wouldn't know everything I would want to say, because life's ever changing. I got to understand that, you know, things can be done in the future. It's okay not to get all out at once. Like, there's no surprises in that way if you do it that way. So yeah, I'm just saying this, is that thank you guys once again. I love you all, and I hope you end up enjoying another YouTube video for the most unique YouTuber you guys are ever going to see. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.